Okay, so I was going to start this lesson out by doing notes on systems of linear equations. And when I did that, I realized, well, it's kind of hard to do notes when nobody even knows what you're talking about. So we're going to look at this. We're going to see what they're thinking and how they're doing it. And then we'll get more into the notes in the next section. If I look at this graph right here, when they are asking me what the systems of a linear equation are, they are looking for a point. They're looking for a point where these two equations meet. So if you graph a line of those two equations, where do they meet? So they went ahead and graphed it for us. They graphed the first one and the second one. And if you look, they meet right here. That, boys and girls, is all I'm looking for. I'm looking for that ordered pair. So if I count backwards, that's sitting at -1, and it's down 2, so it's -2. My ordered pair is -1, -2. It is that easy. Now for this section, where I'm just showing you how they do it, they already have these in y equals mx plus b. But what you have to remember is in order for this to work, it has to be in slope-intercept form. It can't say y minus 2 equals -4. It has to say y equals, okay? So if it's not that way, we're going to have to put it that way tomorrow, okay, when we're working on the notes. All right, I'm going to take one of these equations, and I just picked the one that looks easiest to me. I like the one without the negatives. So I'm going to pick the second one. Y equals 3x plus 1. I'm going to write it over here. Y equals 3x plus 1. Okay? Now I'm going to fill in. I'm going to fill in for y. Remember, in an ordered pair, this is x and this is y. Okay? So for y, I'm going to fill in a -2 equals 3 times, for x, I'm going to fill in a -1 plus 1. On this side, I have -2. And if I put 3 times -1 in the calculator, that gives me -3 plus 1 gives me -2. If those two match, that means my answer is correct. So that is a way of checking it. Okay? Let's look at this next one. This next one crosses right here. So my ordered pair is going to be -1, and I'm going to go up 3. Okay? Then I'm just going to pick one of these to check it with. I'm going to go with y equals -x plus 2. Y equals -x plus 2. Okay, I picked this one for a reason. I want you to see that in front of this -x, in front of the x, there's always an invisible 1 because we're going to need that in a minute. Okay, if this is my x and this is my y, I'm going to fill in. 3 goes in for y. -1 times my x over here is -1. I know they're both -1. It just happened that way. Plus 2. So I'm going to say 3 equals, I don't have to do anything else over there. -1 times -1 is 1 plus 2 is 3. So it matches. Okay? Let's try this next one. I have a point right here. My ordered pair is 1, 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 3. This is x, this is y. I am going to pick the easiest equation. That is going to be this y equals 3x. Y equals 3x. Y is 3 equals 3 times, we're going to fill in for x, and that's a 1. So 3 equals 3 times 1 is 3, and that works. I know we're moving fast, but that's okay. Remember, it's notes. You can go back and you can pause. You can rewatch it, so we're good on that. The last one I want to look at, right here, there's my point. I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm sitting at 3, 5. That's x, that's y. I'm going to use the bottom one. X equals, or y equals, sorry, y equals x plus 2. My y is 5 equals, my x is 3 plus 2. 5 equals, 3 plus 2 is 5. That is correct. Tomorrow I will also show you how to use the calculator to come to your answer. If you have any questions about this before we get to tomorrow's lesson, come talk to me during tutoring.